Hello and welcome everyone on this official platform of Legacy IAS Academy. What if I told you that there is a powerful story of a people whose very identity is rooted in a centuries old struggle for sovereignty? Yet today, their political future is stuck in the maze of old ideas, divisions, as well as missed opportunities. Yes, हम बात कर रहे हैं नागाज की, एन इंडिजिनस कम्युनिटी विद अ रिच हिस्ट्री, बोल्ड क्लेम ऑफ इंडिपेंडेंस एंड अ यूनिक पॉलिटिकल जर्नी which stand at the crossroad. Now their rights and history are undeniable. But what does sovereignty really mean in this modern world? Are they doomed to remain trapped by the past conflict and rigid traditions? Or is there a way to rewrite their political future with imagination, courage, as well as practical freedom? So in this video, we will dive deep into the urgent need for the Nagas to rethink their political form, not by abandoning their past, but by creatively building bridges that could transform not only their future, but also offer a groundbreaking model for the marginalized communities worldwide. So as you can see here, the headlines of the newspaper, the urgency of imaginative Naga political form. So stay with me, because what you are about to discover is not just about one group struggle. It is a lesson for anyone dreaming of justice, peace, as well as political innovation in our complex global age. So it is a call for Nagas to think differently about their political future while still respecting their history. So the first thing that we are going to discuss here is their historical rights. जी हाँ, सबसे पहले जो हम बात करेंगे, that is the historical rights of Nagas. Now, first of all, we need to understand the historical rights. So in this newspaper, it is mentioned that there are some key historical events that laid the foundation of Naga identity. Now, what are those events? So there are three important events. Now, what are those events? First Naga important event is Naga Memorandum to the Simon Commission. जी हाँ, that is related to the modern history British India. Naga Memorandum to Simon Commission. Now, what is Naga Memorandum to Simon Commission? So, try to understand. Simon Commission, which reached India in 1929. Now, this Naga Memorandum of Simon Commission, this was a formal written request made by the Nagas to the British government. Now, what happened in 1929 when Simon Commission came? So, in 1929, a very important moment that happened in Naga political history, that is the submission of a memorandum to the Simon Commission. Now, what it means and why it is significant. The first thing is, first of all, you should know what is Simon Commission. The Simon Commission was a group of British officials sent to India in 1928 by the British government. Now, what was the purpose of Simon Commission? Its purpose was to review how well the Government of India Act 1919 was working and to recommend the future political reforms. But here is a twist. Not a single Indian was on the commission, which sparked the massive protest across the India in the name of Simon Go Back. Now, who submitted this Naga Memorandum to Simon Commission? At that time, there was one club which is called as Naga Club. जी हाँ, अब उस समय पर एक political club था which is called as Naga Club. As you can see here, Naga Club. Now, Naga Club, which was an early political organization formed by the Naga leaders and former Naga Labour Corps members from the World War I, and they have submitted the memorandum to Simon Commission. Now, where this memorandum was submitted? So, this memorandum was submitted to Kohima, as you can see here. So this memorandum was submitted to Kohima on 10th of January 1929. Now what did the Naga memorandum say? अब Naga memorandum क्या कहता है? तो सबसे पहली चीज हमें ये समझनी है, सबसे पहली चीज जो नागा मेमोरेंडम में दी हुई है, दैट इज वी आर डिफरेंट। जी हां, नागास टोल्ड ब्रिटिश दैट दे वर नॉट इंडियंस एंड दे हैड देयर ओन वे ऑफ लाइफ, देयर ओन कस्टम्स, देयर ओन आइडेंटिटी। सो दे आस्क्ड लीव अस अलोन आफ्टर ब्रिटिश लीव इंडिया। The Nagas asked that if British ever left India, Nagas should not be included in Indian Union. They said, leave us alone to determine for ourselves as in ancient times. Now, apart from this, what are the other things that are mentioned in here? No political merging. So they made it clear that they did not want to be politically merged with India or Burma, that is Myanmar region. They wanted to stay independent and govern themselves. Now, why this memorandum is important? Why this memorandum is important that was submitted to the Simon Commission? This was the first formal political assertion by the Nagas about their distinct identity, their desire for the self-determination. So this laid the foundation for future Naga nationalism and also the demand for the sovereignty. ये एक सबसे बड़ा बैकग्राउंड बन गया उस समय. So it shows that even during colonial times, Nagas were thinking that their future is different, and they were thinking that their future as a separate people, not with India. That was the demand, that was the declaration in this, which was submitted to Simon Commission. So it is seen as a beginning of modern Naga political consciousness. Now this political consciousness also influenced later events. Now how it influenced later events, so let me tell you, like in 1947 when India got its independence, one day before, so there was one declaration of Naga independence also in 1947. Apart from this, Naga plebiscite in 1951. So after the long running dialogue between the Naga leaders and the government of India, these things came. Now, what was the declaration of Naga independence by the Naga National Council in 1947? As you can see here, Nagaland Independence Declaration. Clear? So what was this Nagaland or Naga Independence Declaration by the Naga National Council? अब ये है क्या? So let me tell you that this was a declaration of self-rule which was a key to the Naga organization. तो अब ये declaration किसने बनाया था? Naga National Council ने. Now, what was Naga National Council? अब ये Naga National Council है क्या? सबसे पहले तो ये समझना है. तो अगर हम Naga National Council की बात करें, now this Naga National Council was a political organization formed in 1946. ये कब form हुई है? This was formed in 1946, evolving from the earlier Naga organizations like the Naga Club, which submitted the declaration to the Simon Commission memorandum in 1929. What was their aim? Its aim was to represent the Naga interest and push for their rights to self-determination. Now, what did the Naga National Council do on August 14, 1947? 14 August. So, Naga National Council declared Naga independence on 14th of August 1947. That is one day before India became independent from British rule. And they sent this declaration, they sent this independence declaration to British government, government of India, as well as United Nations at that time. Clear? Now, what did the declaration say? So, this Naga National Council clearly stated in this declaration that Nagas were different people. They are not part of India and they had the right to be an independent nation. That is why this Naga National Council, they rejected the inclusion in India as they had earlier asked also to the British that leave us alone after their departure. Now this declaration was peaceful, but it strongly asserted the Nagas' demand for the sovereignty. Now why is this important? It was a formal political stand, and this marked the first public declaration by the Naga National Council that the Nagas would not accept being a part of Indian Union. And it happened before the India's independence. So this shows that Nagas were thinking about their future independently of India. And they were asserting it legally and politically. So it laid the foundation for the future demands. Getting my point? So the declaration later led to the Naga plebiscite. अब इसी declaration की वजह से 1947 की declaration की वजह से नागा plebiscite हुआ 1951 में. जी हाँ, in 1951 Naga plebiscite happened where Nagas voted overwhelmingly for the independence. So decades of political negotiation and conflicts. So नागालैंड के साथ जो ये पॉलिटिकल इशू है, जो नेगोशिएशन चल रहे हैं, ये आज का नहीं है, 10 साल पुराना नहीं है. इट इज अ डिकेड ऑफ पॉलिटिकल नेगोशिएशन एंड द कॉन्फ्लिक्ट विद द इंडियन गवर्नमेंट. सो दिस रिजल्टेड इनटू द राइज ऑफ द नागा अंडरग्राउंड मूवमेंट. अब सवाल क्या उठता है? हाउ डिड इंडिया और गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया रेस्पॉन्डेड? So government of India did not officially recognize this declaration in 1951 as well as in 1947. India saw the Nagas as a part of Indian Union, especially under the inheritance of British India's territories. So over the time, this led to the conflict, militarization and ongoing peace talks between the Naga groups as well as Indian state. So overall, if you see, in a nutshell, on the eve of Indian independence, while the rest of the subcontinent was celebrating the freedom, the Nagas made their own declaration, quietly, firmly, as well as boldly, they claiming that they too deserve the right to be free. And it was not a rebellion, but a demand for dignity, identity, and a self-rule. So that movement still echoes today in every conversation about the Naga sovereignty. Now, after that, Naga plebiscite of 1951. Now, what was there in Naga plebiscite of 1951? In Naga plebiscite of 1951, this was a vote actually which was conducted by the Naga National Council to determine the people aspirations of Naga, or you can say political aspirations of the Naga people. Now, तो ये जो आर्टिकल आया है, इसमें याद रखिएगा जिन्होंने ये आर्टिकल लिखा है उन्होंने पूरा पॉलिटिकल हिस्ट्री हर एक चीज को बिगिनिंग से लिया हुआ है, सो दैट पीपल कैन अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट इज द रूट कॉज. नाउ इन दिस न्यूज आर्टिकल, ओके, दिस न्यूज आर्टिकल बिलीव्स दैट नागा सोवरेनिटी इज नॉट लॉस्ट फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, but it feels limited because of how Naga themselves are thinking about it. If they stick to the very strict idea, then sovereignty will remain just an idea, okay, and not a practical reality. So इसीलिए आज नागालैंड के लोगों को और नागास को जरूरत किस चीज की? कंस्ट्रक्टिव नेशनलिज्म की. नाउ हाउ कंस्ट्रक्टिव नेशनलिज्म? सो ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड. It is important to start a new kind of nationalism that does not ignore the history and rights, but also practical and forward looking should be there. That means they should moving towards the constructive nationalism without giving up their historical and political rights. Okay, so that is why just being an idealistic and about the nationalism without a practical political plan, it does not work. Then this article also compares the idea, political idea or nation's idea with Westphalian Treaty of 1948. Westphalia Treaty, which became the foundation for nation-state system in this modern world. That is why Nagas might be too focused on the old ideas of nation-state system that came from the Treaty of Westphalia. So there is a need to look beyond it. And there are some internal challenges. Okay. Now, there are various things like pride in one's village, traditional ideas of sovereignty within the communities, and being rigid in their views are making it hard for the Naga people to move forward together. Now, with respect to this, there are various geopolitical forces also. इसीलिए इस आर्टिकल में बहुत सारी चीजों की बात की गई है. In this article acknowledges that the powerful countries, okay, and the regions around the world, and also powerful countries as well as region around them, okay. So these regions of, you can say, powerful countries like China, Myanmar, and etc. and etc. So external countries, they are also adding the difficulties for the Naga people. Apart from this, there are various other things like pragmatic and imaginative ordering. Now the solution according to this news article is for Nagas to come up with practical and creative political arrangements that respect their history but also work in contemporary world. This should not be seen as giving up but as a smart way to achieve their goals. And then there is a need for trust relationship. Now this new ordering should be like a trust relationship which can lead to a real political solution. See, without trust, things like reconciliation and working together won't actually happen. Then internal conflicts are still there among different Naga groups. Like, for example, internal fights are there, different groups, and the feeling that one's way is the only right way in Naga politics. This is hurting their ability to work together and makes them weak against the outside pressure. So if you see current Naga politics, they are facing the problems like internal conflict, faction fights, people protecting their own interests or the villages, divisions that block a shared vision. So this attitude causes the political stagnation, no progress, and makes Nagas vulnerable to the outside pressure. Then unique strength is also there. So instead of just reacting to bigger powers, Nagas should use their own history and culture to create a political model that fits in today's reality. Engagement with India is needed. That is why this news article says that Nagas can work with India as active partners to create a political arrangement that benefit both the sides, Naga people as well as Indian government. So this could even be a new example for other similar groups also around the world. Then power of the marginalized. Now how power of the marginalized? So let me tell you, the groups that are often pushed to the side can actually bring about their big changes they can bring when they work together strategically. So Nagas needs to realize that current global changes offer opportunities for new conversations about sovereignty, not old things. Then long-termism. Now what is long-termism? अगर हम long-termism की बात करें, this idea of long-termism came from William Maxwell. जी हाँ, long-termism का idea कहां से आया? William Maxwell से आया है. That Nagas should focus on long-lasting solution instead of short-term gains, and their political thinking should be flexible and new, not just based on the past. So they need to move on just talking about the problems to actually finding the solution that include reconciliation, guarantee as well as good governance. Then there is a need for institutional mechanisms. Now what is needed now are actual systems and processes to make things happen, not just more discussions. So Nagas and Indian government should create a framework that respects human rights, encourages political progress. Then understanding the global politics. See, the many years of uncertainty should have taught Nagas about how the world works, and holding on to the old ways of thinking and strict group divisions will only slow them down. And it is a time to redefine their political order, both in how they relate to others as well as within their own society. So this is the time, call for action. Nagas and other who support them to join in creating a new political path based on the shared humanity. Then respect, understanding. So they should move forward for and they should move forward with determination. So this is about the Nagas problem as well as call to action, which is mentioned in the newspaper. So the story of Nagas teaches us that history and identity alone cannot secure the future. समझ में आ रहा है? It is imagination, bold, practical and grounded in trust that will shape the next chapter of Nagas. Now, my question here is, will the Nagas break free from the chains of internal divisions as well as external pressures? Will they build that crucial bridge of the trust as well as collaboration with India? Or will the old patterns of conflict and rigidity continue to hold them back? So the answer lies in their hands and in the hands of all of us who believe in the new ways of thinking about sovereignty, justice and political coexistence. So if this video, if this message moved you, and remember this thing, if you believe in the power of creative solutions for long-standing conflicts, then share this video, join this conversation, and let's help amplify the call for a transformative future, not just for the Nagas, but for all the marginalized people around the world. Because sometimes the biggest revolutions begin with the courage to imagine these kind of scenarios. So I hope the story moved you, and I hope you are able to understand the issue of Nagas and the call of action. Thank you so much.